ang pangunahing misyon ng kagawaran ng edukasyon para sa ating mga ALS learners ay maipaabot at maituro ang sapat na edukasyon sa mga out-of-school youth at sa lahat ng nangangailangan nito. Learn continuously. You may be out of formal education, but that doesn't mean you have to stop learning. Education never stops. Sa ating Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. LCT Barrios, sa ating Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Felix M. Pamaran, sa ating Education Program Supervisor and ALS Focal Person, Mr. Rolito M. de la Cruz, sa ating Education Program Specialist in ALS, Mrs. Michelle M. Mutia at Mrs. Chona S. Recto, sa ating District Supervisor, Mrs. Constancia R. Bast, sa mga katiwalang guro, mga guro ng Hilagang Santa Cruz, mga magulang, panauhin at sa lahat ng kabataang hahakbang sa mas mataas na antas ng kanilang pag-aaral, isang mapagpalang araw sa inyong lahat. Formal ko nang binubuksan ang ika-13 pagdiriwang ng pagtatapos through virtual presentation na may temang kalidad ng edukasyon, lalong patatagin sa panahon ng pandemya.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telos ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo pagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may di magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please pray with me. Our Father God, how wonderful are the works of your hands. As we gather here today to celebrate a step forward into new places with new people and new experiences, let us not forget the blessings that follow behind us. For the alternative learning system, which has given us a safe place to learn and a strong foundation to build upon as we take this next step into your world. For our teachers, who have so richly loved and cared for us, even at our worst. For our families, who have cheered us on to the finish line and stood by our sides through the many bumps in the road. And on this day especially, we thank you for the friends that we have found among our classmates, for all the jokes that we will laugh about in years to come, for the hardships and tears we have endured together side by side, and for your love which has been made evident through the relationships we will carry with us beyond these walls. Just as our school verse says, let us continue to lay down our lives for each other just as you gave up your life for each of us. Let us love each other fearlessly and seek your will earnestly all the days of our lives. In your name we pray. Amen.
Papakilala sa mga magsisipagtapos, nagagampanan ni Binibining Marites Rodelas, ALS Mobile Teacher, Nasusundan ang pagpapatunay na gagampanan ni Ginoong Bon Ryan Rinelli Peñaflor, District ALS Coordinator, at pagpapatibay mula sa ating District Supervisor, Ginang Constancia R. Vasco.
Bilang gurong tagapagturo sa alternatibong sistema ng pagkatuto, malugod at kasiyasya kong ipinakikilala ang mga batang maluwalhating nakatupad sa mga pangangailangang tinakda ng kagawaran ng edukasyon para sa ALS K-12 Basic Education Curriculum sa taong panuroang 2019-2020 na binubuo ng isang batang lalaki sa elementarya, 19 na babae at 9 na lalaki mula sa antas ng sekundarya na may kabuuang 29. Kung kaya, hinihiling ko sa aming pampurok na tagapag-ugnay sa alternative learning system na patunayan ang kanilang pagtatapos.
Sa bisa ng kapangyarihan ginawad ng kalihim ng kagawaran ng edukasyon, galang-galang Junior Magtolis Briones, sa pansangay na tagapamanihala ng mga paaralang bayan sa ngayon ng Marinduque, Dr. LCT Barrios, bilang pampurok na tagapag-ugnay sa alternative learning system, ang aking pinatutunayan na magsisipagtapos na may bilang na isang lalaki mula sa antas elementarya at magsisilipat na siyang lalaki at 19 na babae mula sa antas ng sekundarya na may kabuuang bilang na 29 ay maluwalhating nakatupad sa mga pangailangan tinakda ng kagawaran ng edukasyon para sa ALS K-12 Basic Education Curriculum sa taong panuroang 2019-2020. Kung kaya aking hinihiling sa pansangay na tagapamanihala ng mga paaralan sa Dibisyon ng Marinduque, Dr. LCT Barrios, na pagtibayin ang kanilang pagtatapos.
Sa bisa ng kapangyarihang itinawag ng kalihim ng kagawaran ng edukasyon, kagalang-galang Junior Magtolis Briones, sa pansangay na tagapamanihala ng mga paaralang bayan, sangay ng Marinduque, Dr. LCT Barrios, na ngayon ay aking kinakatawan, at batay sa pagpapatunay ng iyong pampurok na tagapag-ugnay sa alternative learning system na si Bon Ryan Peñaflor, na ang 10 na mga lalaki at 19 na mga babae na may kabuang bilang na 29 ay maluwalhating nakatupad sa mga pangangailangan tinakda ng kagawaran ng edukasyon para sa K-12 Basic Education Curriculum sa Alternative Learning System taong panuruan 2019-2020. Kung kaya't aking pinagtitibay ang inyong paglipat ngayong 16 ng Hulyo taong 2021 dito sa distrito ng Hilagang Santa Cruz, Landi, Santa Cruz, Marinduque. Congratulations at maligayang pagtatapos sa inyong lahat.
Batch 2019 ALS graduates. Ikal, Denmark M. from Hupi Community Learning Center. Aranchado RJP from Carayao Community Learning Center. Buringot Rosjin I from Kasili Community Learning Center. De la Cruz Christine R. from Baliis Community Learning Center. De Luna Isel P. from Hupi Community Learning Center. Duarte Jerome from Balogo Community Learning Center. Ikal Mary Angel R. from Hupi Community Learning Center. Coxon Jamaica P. from Lusuk Community Learning Center. Lapinosa Angelina F. from Baliis Community Learning Center. Laso Karen Kisha S. from Baliis Community Learning Center. Lim Rubigen S. from Balogo Community Learning Center. Mamador Marjorie B. from Landi Community Learning Center. Martinez John Mark P. from Landi Community Learning Center. Moreno Mary Chris E. from Aturan Community Learning Center. Ordeliano Mark J. from Hupi Community Learning Center. Pancho Karen R. from La Mesa Community Learning Center. Pedernal Jeramil R. from Carayao Community Learning Center. Pirilla John Mark M. from Landi Community Learning Center. Pirin Erwin A. from Landi Community Learning Center. Regio Donalyn N. from Casili Community Learning Center. Ricardo Jessa P. from La Mesa Community Learning Center. Reyes Jimwell B. from Balugo Community Learning Center. Reblesa Aniseta M. from Casili Community Learning Center. Rodriguez Maricris B. from Baliis Community Learning Center. Rogelio Angelica R. from Baliis Community Learning Center. Rogelio Mara Angelic R. from Baliis Community Learning Center. Campus Iris C. from Landi Community Learning Center. Villamor Rosel from Lusuk Community Learning Center. Villarreal Justoni N. from Aturan Community Learning Center. To all our graduates, congratulations!
Sa ating Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. LCT Barrios, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Felix M. Famaran, sa lahat ng Education Program Supervisors, sa masipag na Education Program Supervisor and unspoken person, Sir Rolito M. De La Cruz, sa dalawang Education Program Specialist, INALS, Ma'am Michelle Mutia at Ma'am Chona Recto, sa mga guro, mga magulang, mga kapatid sa Alternative Learning System, isang mapagpalang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ngayong panahon ng pandemya, marami tayong mga pinakaharap na suliranin kaugnay sa larangan ng edukasyon. At lalong tumataas ang kriminalidad at populasyon dahil sa lockdown na pinatupad upang maiwasan ang pagdami ng mga kaso ng COVID-19 virus. Hindi rin kaila sa lahat na maraming Pilipino ang nahihirapan sa kanilang sitwasyon dulot ng pandemya ang kumakalat sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Ang mga kaso ng COVID-19 virus ay pataas na ng pataas at libo-libo ng Pilipino ang namatay dulot nito. Kaya't ipinatupad ng Departamento ng Edukasyon na magkaroon na lang ng online at module regular classes dahil hindi pinayagan ng Pangulo ang face-to-face na classes. Ngunit makakatulong naman ito upang mabawasan ang kaso ng COVID virus. Bagamat maraming mga guro at mag-aaral ang nahirapan mag-adjust sa mga pagbabago na ipinatupad, hindi naman naging hadlang iyon upang magpatuloy sa pag-aaral. Ako ay isa sa mga ALS learners na nakaranas din ng iba't ibang problema at balakid kasabay sa aking pag-aaral. Bilang isang ina, kailangan kong pagsabayin ang pag-aalaga sa aking anak at pagsagot ng mga modules upang makasabay sa agos ng buhay. Ngunit hindi napigilan ng pandemya ang aking kagustuhan at hikain na makapagtapos ng pag-aaral. Ginawa kong inspirasyon ang aking anak upang magpatuloy. Unang-una ko sa lahat ay nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon na siyang nagbigay ng lakas ng loob at pag-asa sa akin upang malampasan ang pagsubok na ito. Sa aking pamilya na walang sawang sumuporta at umaalalay sa akin upang makapag-aral sa kabila ng mga pagkamaling nagawa ko ang hindi nila ako pinubayaan. Kaya't bilang ganti, ay aking ibabalik sa kanila ang lahat ng iyon balang araw. Sa aking mga guro na walang sawang nagturo at gumabay sa akin upang lalong maging determinado at pursigido na ipagpatuloy ang pag-aaral, kung hindi dahil sa kanila, ay wala ako ngayon dito. At sa lahat ng mga taong sumuporta at nagsabi sa akin na kaya ko to, higit sa lahat sa aking anak, na aking inspirasyon upang ipagpatuloy ang buhay, kahit sa murang edad, ay namulat ako sa realidad. Natutunan kong tumayong mag-isa at manindigan bilang isang ina at mag-aral. Muli, maraming salamat sa inyo.
Ngayon ay pakinggan natin ang mensahe mula sa ating minamahal at ginagalang na kalihim ng edukasyon, Honorable Leonor Magtolis Briones, na susundan ni Dr. Nicolas T. Capulong, CESA 5, Regional Director Mima Ropa, at Dr. LCT Barrios, Schools Division Superintendent.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day, wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
To our distinguished guests, our Schools Division Superintendent, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, and other Schools Division officials and personnel. To our school heads, teachers, and staff. To everyone present in this platform, a great day to all of you. Greetings of safety and protection to our graduates and completers this school year 2020-2021. Congratulations, everyone. In spite of continuing limitations brought about by COVID-19 pandemic, your resilience and perseverance as Filipino learners really shone through, once again proving how much you put premium on your education and on your future. You rose above all adversities, moved forward, and showed this country, this region, that nothing is impossible when you place your education at the top of your priorities. Again, kudos to all of you. This school year, the education of our children was triumphantly continued, implemented, and completed. However, this success is not attributed to DepEd alone, but more so to our parents, to our barangay officials, to our mayors, governors, and representatives, to our education partners, to our entire communities, and of course, to our teachers and learners. Thank you very much for wholeheartedly embracing all these changes and for supporting all our reforms, programs, and advocacies. This tremendous success is the fruit of our unwavering faith in each other. This year's theme is strengthening quality education amid COVID-19 pandemic. Serves as the continuing guide to all the good work that we have started while refining those that needs improvement. In the midst of this pandemic, the challenge to provide a strong education becomes more profound. We have yet to see the end of this health crisis. But with the collaborative efforts of everyone, we shall again rise above. We have done it last year, and we can do it better this school year. Like a soldier in a battle, we remain standing, brave and strong to continue on. Challenges are hurdles that will make us more innovative, more resilient than ever. Armed with knowledge and experiences that we have gathered last year, we will use all those to help one another. We will welcome good experiences and best practices that speak of great and relevant programs and projects. But of course, our top priority will always remain to be the health and safety of everyone. So dear pupils and students, be wise, continue learning, and set big goals for your future. Work on attaining your dreams and encounter failures, but do not ever quit. Pray for courage and always listen to your heart. God is always in control and He will never forsake us. Stay motivated and confident, for this pandemic shall end eventually. And when that happens, all together, we will look forward to a brighter, COVID-free tomorrow. Again, congratulations everyone, and God bless us all.
My warmest and heartfelt greetings to the completers, graduates, and their parents on this momentous occasion, the end of the year rites for school year 2020-2021. The Schools Division of Marinduque is so proud of you and is honored to celebrate this noteworthy day. Dear graduates and completers, the journey of life brings both challenges and chances. One of these challenges was the fact that education was delivered remotely, that is through the modular distance learning modality. It was tough because everybody's resourcefulness has been tested and yours never diminished. It was just the distance which separated you from the schools, but never in the hearts of the school staff, the school heads, and teachers. Dear completers and graduates, we believe that particular challenge made you braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you'll ever know. Congratulations on your well-deserved success. Congratulations on your accomplishments, and we wish you all the best in the future with God to bless you as you continue to reach your dreams. Dear parents, we are proud to share in the excitement of your sons and daughters' graduation. At the same time, we sincerely thank you and recognize all your efforts in making education possible in this hard time. May you always be one with us in carrying the spirit to snatch the chances and beat the challenges ahead in the next school year to come. To our stakeholders, especially to our local government officials and everybody in the community, and particularly in our today's commencement speaker, we deeply appreciate every inch of your generosity of time and efforts in making our schools and our learners one of your priorities. Our deepest gratitude for making education possible amid the pandemic and for keeping the spirit of bayanihan and togetherness a blazing passion in Marinduque. SDO Marinduque believes that every graduate is a star in the making. Let us all help them reach for the stars and shine on. Thank you and God bless.
Para sa pangwakas na pananalita, mapapakinggan natin ang ating Education Program Specialist in ALS, Mrs. Michelle M. Mucciat.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before we close these ceremonies, I'd like to take this opportunity to say, on behalf of SDO Marinduque Alternative Learning System, through the leadership of our ALS focal person, Mr. Rolito M. de la Cruz, a heartfelt congratulations to you, dear graduates and completers of school year 2019-2020. Our graduates and completers, it is clearly seen your outstanding achievements, perseverance amidst pandemic, and its well-deserved pride, though it's not merely the end of awarding of certificates and diplomas, and be followed by hanging in your wall just for many people to admire it. So exactly, what today's means is not the highlight of great applause for what you have received, but rather accentuating the individuality on how far you set your limits. Just think about all that brought us here. All the trials and misfortunes, too great to recall. All the night or day of study, all the stress sa pag-aaral ng modules or lesson. Isasabay pa ang pagtuturo ng lesson sa modules ng mga anak. Kasi inabot kayo ng pandemic. All the efforts, all the insights, all of it, it comes together here today in this ceremony. Moreover, as we have observed some things change, as we witness your defying fruitful journey come to an end this day. Another door awaits you with lots of opportunities, chances, challenges, and pursuits. There comes a time that you will apply all the information, knowledge, and wisdom you gained. And this time, a great opportunity were given to all of you, our dear ALS graduates and completers. As you move on to the next higher level of your journey, kindly embody the ideals that we implanted and possess the visions of holding the light of future and show the world your individuality with gratification. Nevertheless, adversities are not an exemption to the rule of having success. Sure, you will face predicaments, but despite of that, don't forget to hold on character that is very crucial. That will be your reflection for tomorrow on how you will build a strong foundation in your family, peers, community, and even yourself. As I leave, noteworthy quotation from famous philosopher Confucius. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Once again, congratulations.
Pangako ng katapatan. Kami, mga nagsisipagtapos sa Alternative Learning System, ay buong pusong nangangako na mamahalin at ipagtatanggol ang programang aming pinagtapusan. Matapat naming isasagawa ang mga dakilang mitiin ito at sisikapin naming mabuhay ng marangal upang magamit ng buong talino ang aming mga natutunan sa paglilingkod at sa dakilang lumikha sa komunidad at sa kapwa-tao. Tulungan nawa kami ng puong may kapal.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
The ALS Santa Cruz North District family would like to thank all the people behind the success of each projects and programs. For our dear graduates, may you continue your journey and pursue your dreams. Dahil sa ALS, may pag-asa.